Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino, and this, today, is my newest segment of Markets A Look Ahead. I apologize for missing Friday. As most of you know, just looking at myself, I had a really bad week with Prince. Prince did cross the Rainbow Bridge on Friday. I'm going to miss that guy. I really am. But I have a little surprise for you, all of you. Yesterday, my wife and I went to the shelter and we adopted this guy. We named him Coco. He's 3 years old and he's amazing. His previous owners apparently abandoned him and they just dumped him. I don't know how anyone can do something like that. But you know what? Their loss is my gain. And I'm all about capitalizing on things. You know that. Say hi, Coco. Look at him. Anyway, this definitely lessens the pain of loss with regard to Prince. Oh, I love that little guy. Anyway, I'm going to love this guy just as much, and I'm sure you will too. And just one more time, people, thank you for the thousands and tens of thousands of wishes from all over the world. The outpouring of love from you guys and girls was overwhelming, and it really did help. I tried to read every single one of your comments. I really did. And I'm sure there's more I have to get to. People, with that away, okay, let's talk, you and me, about what's going on here. We got through this month. Guess what? No crash. All right? No surprise to you. I explained when we were getting like I said earlier, I'm not going to mention his name. There is a gentleman out here with a very big following who was promising there was going to be an epic market crash this month. And I said no. As a matter of fact, I said I would take the opposite side of that trade and we would be getting new record highs just this past month. Oh, happy Halloween, by the way. And that's exactly what happened. We got a series of new record highs in this market. Well, like I said recently, it's gone stupid. It's gone absolutely stupid. But we need to talk about a bunch of things, and I was writing some stuff down this morning I wanted to cover with all of you. I almost don't know where to start. I got 2 pages of stuff, and I don't know if I'm going to get to all of it. But so what are we hearing about? What's the chatter right now with regard to the economy, the markets, inflation? Well, with regard to inflation, last month we saw the largest surge of inflation ever in history. And this is no surprise to you either. I explained to all of you we're going to get hit with the second wave of inflation, and it's hitting now, and it's hitting hard. Okay. Now, the chatter, okay, is, and you're probably hearing about this on the mainstream media already. They're talking about yet another crisis. People, we go from crisis to crisis to crisis. And this, again, what is the drive here? What's the driver? It's fear. They need to keep people afraid, and they will use any mechanism, real or not, to keep that going. So the new crisis is an agricultural crisis. So we're hearing now that, obviously we're suffering from inflation on an epic scale. We've never seen this before. Last month, largest in history. Now they're talking about a surge in the cost of the price of agriculture. And that could possibly lead, are you ready to this? Ready for this one? Price controls. We've been hearing about price controls for a long time. I personally don't see that happening. I think they're going to make you eat it. You and me both. They're going to make us eat it. No pun intended with this agricultural crisis here that's apparently among us or about to hit or whatever they're talking about. Look, we know the mechanism here. We understand what's going on. But you and I are ready for this. All of this has been foretold to you by me. I explained to you where we were going, where this is going to go. There's just no doubt about it. Expect it to get much, much worse. And this is not, again, anything that happened by chance. This is all by design. Let me move forward here. So with regard to the economy, I've explained to all of you, we're in economic freefall. And this is not just a phenomenon in the United States. this inflationary phenomenon is global too. I know a lot of people like, look, it's his fault, it's her fault. Look, again, these are for people that believe in a dead system. The Democratic Republican system is dead. It's dead and buried. This is a new world order. You all know that, okay? So does Coco, right? And he's just 3. He's just 3 years old. Anyway, oh, my nose is itchy. So that's the story here. Let us now move forward. So we have a global economic meltdown. We have central banks around the world buying it all, okay? And the Fed funneling dollars around. This is epic. It's absolutely insane to understand that not only is the Federal Reserve buying, assets like you can't possibly imagine. The Federal Reserve is, I don't know, they're giving dollars or funneling these dollars around the world to other central banks who have their own currency. But these central banks are buying assets with dollars. This is honestly, to me, the biggest secret in the history of the financial world right now, because I don't think anyone else is talking about it. I think there's one other guy talking about this besides me right now. But I think we need to raise awareness as to what's going on. And I know you get it, obviously. Let us move forward here, people. Did you see the dollar on Friday? A massive, massive turnaround. Big move higher. Now, we're talking about relative strength, okay? The dollar relative to other currencies got a big jump higher. But the dollar, its purchasing power is being sucked out at its fastest pace ever, okay? Henceforth, why we just witnessed this month the largest surge of inflation ever. You understand? I know there's all these people out here, and I don't know what their problem is. They make me laugh. Oh, it's King Dollar. It's the King Dollar. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be freaking kidding me. No, the dollar is dying by design too. It's just relative strength we're talking about here. Okay, when I'm looking at the Dixie, the MMRI, people, remains over 90. It's about 91 and change right now. Last time I looked at it here. Oh, this is just lovely. So again, the story is the same. Supply chain disruptions are causing, all this inflation that we're seeing here. And of course, it's also being blamed on energy. Oh, it's energy. It's energy prices that are skyrocketing, and it's not the Fed. Remember, it's not, they can't allow you to know that it's the Fed running their inflation creation machine as fast as they possibly can. You know what they're doing, people? I'm going to say it again, okay? They're issuing debt through one door. They're buying it back through another door. This process, I have told all of you since time immemorial, that's how long it feels to me, is massively inflationary by design. It's designed to create inflation, and we're getting it. And then you got these, Fed presidents and the Fed chairperson looking like they have no idea what's going on. Of course they do. They know, look, you and I know it. You think that these freaks don't know it? Oh, well, of course they do. Let us move forward here, people. Told you about the MMRI. I don't want to cover that right now. Let us move forward. So, this is something that bothers me very much. Very, 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 very much. And actually sends chills through my spine and down my entire body. I'm actually getting them right now. What's happening to people right now is, it's a crime in progress, and you all know that. Savers being robbed blind via the mechanism of suppressed rates, which has allowed, again, a multiple bubble environment to manifest itself. Inverse bubbles with regard to precious metals. The rigging here in the precious metals market is literally off the Richter scale. And I think it probably will get a little worse before it gets better here. We have surging inflation. We have pretty much everything rising except for the price of precious metals. Doesn't that kind of, I don't know, make a few bells go off in your head? We know who's doing it. We know who's doing it. Everybody knows who's doing it. But nothing's going to happen. So here's the deal. This is what's bothering me so much here. People are hurting. People are suffering. So with that in mind, I want you to think about what I'm going to tell you, what's happening to people, the general population. It might even be some of you, although I hope not, although it probably is. The general savings rate, the money that people are putting away at the end of the month because they need to save some money for the future, well, it's dwindling. Most people are running out of savings at this time. They have no savings, and they're borrowing just to make ends meet. This phenomenon has been going on for a very long time. I've covered this. We've seen consumer debt, household debt, personal debt skyrocket. This is also by design, people. Debt slaves. Not just nation debt slaves, but individuals as well. So we're seeing the general savings rate plunge. And people continue to borrow and borrow and borrow and borrow more. This is exactly what I have explained would happen for a very long time. People, we are now right in the heart of the creation of that two-tier society that I warned would come from over a decade ago. Extreme haves, extreme have-nots, a wipeout, a slaughter of an entire class of people. All right, now that I covered all that, let's go back to the market here real quick. I've explained to you lately that energy prices have gone stupid. That's the word I've used. All right, we have crude oil now about $83 a barrel. It's the driver of the market. Okay, now I told all of you, no asset goes straight up without a pullback. Are we going to get one? This is anyone's guess here, people. They are going to keep crude oil propped up by any mechanism they can possibly come up with. If we get a drop, we got a drop recently, from 85 to around 80, so we lost $5. All of a sudden, that dip, boom, got bought right up. Now, is that trend going to continue? If it does, okay, and look, right now it's anyone's guess because we're not talking about a real market here. We're talking about a market where every aspect of it is manipulated and rigged and twisted and jawboned and everything else they can think about. The distortions are just frankly beyond belief. So we are entering, November here. What does that mean? Well, this is a pretty bullish month for the market. Now, I had said in a video I did, I think it was on Thursday, I've been talking about, again, how I would like to see a pullback here with crude oil, and at the same time, I would not like to see that pullback because it's going to set up for a move higher. I still believe within a relatively short period of time, we're going to see crude over 100 at least, probably higher than that. And if we did get a pullback with crude, the market would pull back with it, and then we'd find a new floor, market goes up. Okay. Inflation is affecting everything right now, except obviously gold and silver. But to me, what does this say? The market's setting up for another move higher, probably a big move higher. Okay. I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say that over the next, till the end of this year, we're going to see this stock market go a lot higher. Now, I know you and I are going to start hearing these same people who have been calling for a market crash repeatedly over the past few years, and even just this month, they're going to say, maybe my timing was off. It's going to be this month instead. It's going to be maybe this month. No, ignore these things. Okay, ignore it. You got the MMRI, okay, Mannarino Market Risk Indicator. In my view, it's the best indicator that is out there, period, the end, with regard to risk in this market. Follow that MMRI. Follow crude oil. And quite honestly, listen to what I'm telling you. I will keep you on the right side of this market, and I have for many years. If you let me do that, you're going to do good. You can do great, as a matter of fact. If you start listening to the freak show out here, that I don't know what they're trying to do, trying to push the fear narrative, just like, the mainstream media is, with now this agricultural crisis that we're apparently entering right now. It's fear. It's control by fear. I don't want to control any of you. I just want you to be aware of what's going on. You understand? And I think we want Coco. You want to see Coco again? Come here, Coco. Coco. Say hi to the world, Coco. What do you think? Do we look alike? They say that animals and their owners look alike. Look. Anyway. That's it, people. This guy here, Loves all of you a lot. And so does Coco. Coco. Look at his little penis. Yes, I'm crazy. Love all of you. And I will see you, see you tomorrow.